you wake up to a cold, dark, rainy morning and reflect, today is a miserable day, you have surrendered to the meteorological roulette wheel of the weather. If you let the weather determine your mind's outlook, how good are you at controlling your attitude to the big stuff awaiting you down at the office? Welcome back to this weekly edition every Monday of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy and president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan and best-selling author of 2 books, Japan Business Mastery and Japan Sales Mastery. Now, we are bringing the show to you from our High Performance Center in Akasaka, in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? In this show, we are looking at the critical areas for success in business in Japan. We want to help advance everyone's thinking so that we'll be at the forefront, at the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. This is episode number 138, and we're talking about being in control of your attitude. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. We can control 100% of our attitude, yes, but often we don't. There are a few things we can be 100% in control of, and our attitude would have to rank at the top of things we really need to control. So we would think we would all be absolutely brilliant in this area. We aren't. And so why do we have problems? Part of the issue can be allowing past failures to sap our mental fortitude. We mentally rerun the movie in our minds of failures, lost arguments, things we regret, or events we actually don't want to remember, but we do anyway. No amount of self-discipline seems to work in shielding us from the past. We seem drawn to flashbacks and reliving the painful past episodes where we fell short or failed. We are really creative too. We just don't allow the past to wipe out our positive attitude. We inject future troubles in there as well. We project forward and start imagining all sorts of failures and issues we will suffer before they ever even happen or arrive. French philosopher Michel de Montaigne is often quoted in this regard. My life has been full of terrible misfortunes, most of which never happened. He made that observation 600 years ago. So we haven't improved much, have we? The combination of past realities and future possibilities can be a powerful mix to drag us into a downward spiral where the world seems bleak, dark, and we are hopeless. No matter how many self-affirmations we do or how positive we try to make ourselves, these prior and future fears weigh us down. What can we do about it? Try to live in day-tight compartments. This means we focus 100% of our energy and attention on what is facing us today. We don't allow the past and possible futures to impinge on our attitude. Here is the crucial mental shift we have to make. Don't try and block out what happened in the past. We can't. Instead, though, we can recall it, but not dwell on it or worry about it. There is the crucial difference. Acknowledge it. It happened. But don't worry about the past. We can't go back and change it. It was painful or annoying or humiliating, but it is gone now. And we should leave it there. Keep the focus totally on today, on what we can control, and concentrate our energy and efforts there. Find out more when we come back from the break. If you want to become skilled at dealing with people, then sign up for the Dale Carnegie course. Fully road tested for the last 100 years. This course is super popular globally and in Japan too. We've been teaching this for over 50 years here. Improve your ability with people. Really ramp up your communication and leadership skills. Grow your confidence and end your stress. Contact us to do the Dale Carnegie course now in either Japanese or English. Are you doing business with Japan? Do you really know how things work? Japan Business Mastery provides the answers. Do you have the right networks and know how to create them? Do you know how to get on the same wavelength with Japanese buyers? Do you know what being trustworthy looks like from the Japanese perspective? Japan Business Mastery is based on more than 30 years' experience in Japan and will become your go-to guide. Want to succeed in Japan? Buy Japan Business Mastery now. Welcome back. In the future, hopefully, we will be spending quite a bit of time there. Again, there is considering the future and preparing for it, but not worrying about it. This difference is huge. Plan for it, but don't allow it to cause worry. Again, flick the switch and look at what is right in front of you now. Work on that. Yes, random thoughts and fears about the future will wander into our consciousness, but write them down and capture the issues, call them out, and work on ameliorating them, but don't worry about them. When we think about controlling today, what we read and who we speak with will have an impact on our attitude. Find positive information in newspapers, magazines, books, articles, social media, posts, etc., and read that. Be aware of issues, but skip the grubby details on everything ugly and negative. That actually means skipping most of the news on television, because you can't control what is coming up next. At least with written text, online or offline, you can control your intake. Let's be very, very picky about what we feed into our minds. People are the other biggie. Reduce the contact and influence of negative people as much as possible. Avoid whiners, complainers, and negative mindset types as much as possible. You may be forced into close proximity with negative people due to where you work, but keep that exposure to a minimum. See them as radioactive and avoid all unnecessary contact. Find people who are positive, upbeat, and spend time with them. There are fewer of this variety, but they are around, and so soak up and contribute to their positive vibe. Look for organisations where the positive congregate and join those groups. The past, the future, and the negative can erode our positive attitude. So, as a priority, let's organise our life to deal with these issues. When we do that, life gets easier, better, and happier. It is all in the mind, is old wisdom, but still true. Action steps. 1, accept past memories, but don't worry about them. 2, accept certain things might happen in the future, prepare for them, but don't worry about them. Number 3, avoid all forms of negativity. Number 4, search out positive environments and people and spend time there. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show is here to help you succeed in Japan. Subscribe on YouTube. Share with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Thank you for watching this episode, and remember to hit the subscribe button. Our website details are on screen now. enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. Awesome value, so check it out. Please leave me some feedback on YouTube. I would love to know how this show's helped and what other topics you're interested in for me to cover. Remember, I'm here as a free resource to help you. So just tell me how I can help you best. You might also enjoy my other weekly shows for podcasts. Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. On Tuesdays we have the Presentations Japan series. Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series. Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series. And Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast version. Now you get these wherever you get your podcasts. Also, on Fridays, I release my other TV show, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and I do that on YouTube. In episode 139, we are talking about nerves need not nobble you. Find out more about that next week. So, yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you. I've got one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.